5-minute mom. Okay, so I wanted to say a couple more things. Pray for our National Guard. We probably all know someone, friends of family, friend of friend, who, the National Guard has been deployed to a lot of different locations, but specifically Washington, D.C. I don't know what's going on. It's insane that you would need 20,000 plus troops for a virtual inauguration of a virtual president. I don't know. So I don't know what's happening, but please remember to pray for the safety of all military and law enforcement coming up this week. Obviously, they're thinking something's going to happen, or they wouldn't have them there. So pray for them. And in my last video, I mentioned QAnon, and I just want to say this: really, I don't worry about danger from QAnon or anything bad happening from those groups of people. I've seen enough comments from people that are part of that movement, and they pretty much do what Trump says, which will be stay home and be peaceful, and that's all I really see from them. So I don't worry about that. What I worry about with the movement, and my only note of caution that I've ever given to people that have talked to me about it is our faith is not in any man. It's in God. It's in the Son of God, Jesus. So there's no movement or no one person on this earth that is going to save and redeem everything and fix and heal this system that is corrupt. I mean, yes, I do believe there's horrible corruption. I don't know exactly what can be done about it. Wouldn't it be great if this movement could come in, if this behind the scenes, it's exciting. Wouldn't that be awesome if that were true? And I have no insider knowledge that it is or isn't. I'm just saying the only thing dangerous that I feel, could happen with this group is that what happens January 20th if Biden is inaugurated? And to be honest, what happens if he's not? We the people have a battle before us to safeguard our education, to safeguard our ability to peaceably gather, to safeguard our ability to have free speech, to safeguard our rights. We have to step up and figure out how to do that. We have to figure out what the next step is. Now, maybe some of you already know that. Please comment if you do, because I'm at a loss when all your avenues are cut off for what you normally would do. I mean, vote. Not if the Dominion system is still in place, because what's the point? I mean, at least in Texas, I can do local elections because we don't use the Dominion system. But what are you going to do? It's corrupt. You're going to take it to court? Courts are corrupt. Not all of them, but some of them. They don't want anybody, conservatives, peacefully protesting, because now we're apparently all, on AOC's list as domestic terrorists if we voted for Trump. The National Guard thing is actually really interesting because they're freaking out, they're worried the National Guard is going to do something to Biden on Inauguration Day. Have y'all seen those reports? This is insane. I feel like they've gone way too far down the rabbit hole with this. This is crazy. So, so what do we do? Where do we go from here? But I do feel like that is the danger with some of these conspiracies, is that it's easy to get wrapped up in it, to be really hopeful and be like, there's going to be some big last minute thing that happens. And I think it's okay to have that hope as long as your faith is in God and is in Jesus, and you're going to be okay if Biden is inaugurated, and understand that there are good people, and the majority of us are good people. And we have to work together and have a movement to keep, American history, to keep American values, and to safeguard the future for our children. And so what do we do? Like, where do we go from here? So that is a question that might take some time to answer. And I don't want to rain on anyone's parade. Like I said, I have no insider knowledge. There's a lot of weird stuff that's going on that doesn't make sense, that is like the mainstream narrative. I'm like, you guys are a bunch of dummies if you think that we're going to believe any of that. So, and I don't recommend watching it even. So, but I will say, like, that's the only, when mainstream drinks their own Kool-Aid. But the only word of caution that I have really is, let's not get too, depressed or disappointed if things don't work out the way that, whatever you're watching is saying they're going to work out. Because even if, I don't know all of the theories that are out for, different things, but even if the Patriots are in control and there is a plan, we ultimately don't have control over all the details and all the things that are happening, So you can follow the law and you can follow the Constitution, and evil poop still happens. And sometimes people get away with it. They've been getting away with it for a long time. We'll just count our blessings that we're all awake to the fact of the level of corruption that is in our country right now. And we just need to figure out what we need to do, what the next step is. God bless you. Good measure, packed down, and flowing over.